morning, we're going to look at page 15, question number 9. It says f of x equals a negative 2x minus 1 squared minus 5. Now we know to find our vertex. Vertex is our hk. And we know that our general form of this equation is y equals a x minus h squared plus k. So if we look at here, our h value is 1, and our k value is a negative 5. So we know that that is our vertex, so let's create a table. X and h. We know that our vertex is 1, negative 5. So we want to subtract a value, go to 0, negative 1. Add a value and go to 2 and 3. So let's plug the value of 0 through our function. We're going to find f of 0. We're going to take a negative 2 times 0 minus 1 squared minus 5. So if we have 0 minus 1, that's going to give me a negative 1. A negative 1 squared is going to give me 1. And 1 times a negative 2 gives me a negative 2. So that's going to give me a total of a negative 7. And we know that since the 2 is symmetric with the 0, it's also going to be a negative 7. Now let's plug the value of negative 1 to our function. If we find f of a negative 1, we're going to take a negative 2, a negative 1 minus 1 squared minus 5. So here we have the negative 2, and then negative 1 minus 2 is going to give us a negative 2 squared minus 5. So if we look at this, a negative 2 squared will give me 4. 4 times a negative 2 gives me a negative 8 minus 5. And if we combine those numbers, we're going to get a negative 13. So we'll have our negative 13 here. So if you look at these values, most of the x's are positive, but the y's are all negative. So to be in the correct quadrant, we're going to draw a graph that looks like this. So if we have 1, negative 5, it's going to be here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, plot ourselves a point. If we have 0, it's a negative 7, so we're going to go down 2 more. And 2 is also at a negative 7 because it is symmetric. And then at a negative 1, we're going to be down to a negative 13, so that was 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Continue our axis down there. There, go one more unit that way, point out there. So now we can connect those, head out that way, that one's headed out that way. Make sure it's on the screen. So right now we know that our vertex is 1, negative 5. Our axis of symmetry is 1. So we know that x equals 1 is our axis of symmetry. Line down the center to show that we know that that's where it would be symmetric. And this is the graph of our function. Have a great day. Bye-bye.